always say the same things, right? People are too easily offended these days. And you can't say anything to a woman anymore after the Me Too thing. You can't do anything more. I miss the good old days when you were allowed to flirt. I miss the good old days back in the 50s when you could walk into the office and slap a woman and come up her bum and nobody said anything. It's like, no. It's like, if women are now saying to you that you can't do the things you used to do, it's not because of political correctness gone mad. It's because women never liked the things that you used to do all the fucking time. It's as simple as that. And don't get me wrong, right? Sexual harassment is not necessarily always just violence and aggression. There's also manipulation and coercion and all kinds of nasty psychological tricks that men use in a way to manipulate and abuse women. And anybody, right, can be involved in that. Anybody can be a victim of it. I know that for a fact because I have been a victim of this kind of sexual manipulation and coercion. And it was devastating for me because I 100% trusted the person that manipulated me into having sex with somebody that I did not want to have sex with because that person was me. And if I can explain what happened, right? A couple of years back, I went on a date with a girl. We'd only been speaking online. I hadn't met her before. She'd travelled from another city to come and see me. We sat down to have a few drinks. We had a bit of dinner. I liked her. She was pretty. She was funny. She was interesting. But there wasn't that spark. There was nothing that particularly interested me to pursue it any further. And we were sitting down for a bit. I paid for dinner because I'm not a knobhead. I wasn't going to bail on her. She'd made the effort to come out. And towards the end of the night, basically, I asked her when our last train home was going to be. And she said, "Oh, I've already missed it. You bought for dinner. I thought things were going well. I just assumed I was staying at yours tonight." Which is not something I'd been expecting to happen. And my choices at this point were essentially to kick this girl I'd only met one night out onto the street to be homeless and in danger for the evening, or to bring her back to mine where hopefully I could diffuse the situation and leave her with somewhere safe to stay that night. So that's what I did, because I'm a fucking idiot. And we got back to mine, and it became very apparent very quickly that there was going to be no diffusing of the situation, right? It was just not going to happen. I realise this now. If you bring somebody back to yours and then try and change into not having sex with them, you have sent somewhat of a mixed signal. And here's the thing, right? Before we proceed with this story, we have to explain one little particular quirk of my penis that you need to know about. My penis is a temperamental little bugger. I cannot use most brands of condoms. Essentially, I don't want to be too graphic, but if I wear latex, my penis? If I wear latex, my penis will look like a Fraggle with psoriasis for about 3 weeks. And this is the point at which I decided I had to think of a great excuse to not have sex with this girl that I didn't particularly want to have sex with. And I am not proud of this, right? I explained this situation to her, and I then claimed that I did not have the condoms on me that I required in order to seal the deal. Now, that is a dick move, if you are doing that to try and manipulate a woman into having unprotected sex with you. However, I was doing it to try and manipulate her into not having sex with me at all. So I think that's a slightly different situation. Unfortunately, it didn't work, because she immediately said, "Well, I'm on the pill, so it doesn't matter." And at that point, I was so baffled by my own weird choices that I essentially had to go along with everything that happened that evening. So not only did I manipulate myself and trick myself into having sex with somebody that I didn't really want to have sex with, I manipulated and tricked myself into having unprotected sex with that person. And on top of that, because I was so confused about the fact I'd slept with her, I ended up dating her for about 3 months because I couldn't make any sense of the decision that I'd made. So essentially, I tricked myself into an ongoing sexual relationship that I wanted no part of, and that really hurt, because I trusted me, right? I thought I had my back, but it turns out I'm just like every other sleazebag that wants to get into my pants.